I know, right?
Nathan, I want to thank you for spreading the joy about Chinese New Year cookies.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that. My question is, obviously, you are a god to many people here. Is there any feature films featuring Nathan Fillion in the near future, do you think?
Yes.
So, oh yeah, right. Let's get this out of the way.
No, you're gonna need it. No.
I'm gonna open that. Castle is a little TV show we all do. Keeps me very, very busy. I would love to do a feature film.
It's bad for your teeth. Use your finger.
This is the comedy. As far as Uncharted goes, if any of you run into that poor bastard of a director, please be kind. Don't insist. I think, if anything, I don't want to get soured on the poor man. Yes, I would love to do Uncharted. Because every one of us has a little Indiana Jones inside. Molly, yours is actually more on the outside. But it's a dream of mine. Come on over here. It's a dream of mine, yes, to have a film. Right now, I'm very happy to be employed and working with lovely people and having a good time.
Before next question, really quickly. John and I have two very lovely supporters that have traveled very far, and I hear they're in the audience via Twitter. They've actually started a website called Salt and Pepper. And so I'm going to use my two TV guys for Jen and Michelle. Please come on up.
Jen and Michelle, come on up. Oh, they're wearing the shirts.
And one last question. So who's it gonna be? Yes, perfect. Perfect.
I would like to ask, if on set, do you guys like play pranks on each other?
Yes.
The little ghoul in the front row asked the question, do we play pranks on each other?
All the time.
Okay.
Think about specifics. I mean, I put petroleum jelly on Nathan's doorknob, but that's kind of...
Very juvenile.
It's very juvenile.
One time...
Oh that's so cute.
Before you leave, little lady, what's your name? I'm sorry, what was your name? What is it?
Avery.
Avery. I hope you don't drink coffee. But back when I attended the University of Alberta, I did drink coffee out of this. It's been sitting in my cupboard ever since I dropped out in '94.
Stay in school.
Stay in school.
So yet one more I found out.
Oh, I was gonna answer the prank question, if that's all right. There was one time where I didn't put a shocking pin in every cup holder on every desk in the precinct. And I tried to get Michael Trucco on it, and it wasn't working. So Seamus said, maybe the batteries are dead. And I said, stupid dude, you're blowing it.
I had another one that happened last year, and I guess I'm just revealing this now. I got a new car for the first time in like 10 years, and someone tied 2 zip ties on the front axle. And I know it was at work, and I have 2 suspects as to who it was. I I think I'm narrowing it down to using my detective abilities that it was one of them, and I made him, and I know which one it is over there, which one of them, because they asked questions about, oh, what happened to your car? What's happening to that? And it was the only one who expressed interest in it, and so I sort of psychologically got revenge. That I made up a story that it cost like $1,000 to repair, and it was like really expensive, and they're gonna have a car for a couple of days.
What?
And there's only 2 guys on this cast that have access to zip tie technology. And they're both very malicious, so
you didn't,
Maybe
your
your
car
car,
didn't
man.
really get, it didn't really get repaired?
oh yeah, I got repaired, but they laughed at me when they put it up on top of the jack. They said, who do you work with? I say, do you watch a television show called Castle? One of them did it.
Nathan, that was mean.
Never touch a man's car. Never touch a man's car. Or spaceship.
The real last question this time.
Best ensemble cast on TV. I don't care what anybody
Game of
says.
Thrones.
And it's great to learn about your backstories. We know Esposito was in the military, probably led him to be a police officer, but what led Ryan on the path? Are we going to find out?
I hope so. You know, thank you very much.
Singing
Good
telegram.
question. One day
Males
I wandered
would be.
into a precinct. Thank you. No, that's a very good question. I think it's what I would love it to be is if there's because he's an Irish cop, right? And so like the obvious thing would be that like his family has been. Wish you wouldn't answer the question. I finally get one question, and I'm gonna dance through it. I think it would be fun if it wasn't like a traditional thing, like he's like 3rd or 4th generation Irish cop. I think it would be like an awesome contrast if it was like his parents were like history professors or something, and like by being a cop, it was sort of like, okay, this is very, sort of, because my parents are teachers, and Andrew Marlowe's parents are teachers. We sort of had that bond together. So I think it would be sort of fun, and I'm really pitching for that. So I think it was just wanting to do something different that his family wasn't really involved in. What are you doing? I'm done. Question finished.
Nothing.
Next question.
All right. As we lose Mr. Fillion to the depths of hell, I want to remind the 100 ticket holders they can get the wristbands from the Pan Am stewardesses. Great new show, by the way, on ABC called Pan Am.
Stewardess.
Stewardesses have your wristbands.
Stewardess.
But for the rest of you, one last treat. On September 20th, the season 3 DVD is coming out. Whoa. Okay, season 3 DVD is coming out, and you're gonna get your first look at the bonus feature reel.